Okay, so it's not a one start thing. It's kind of gonna maybe need to be combed through a little bit by many hands, not just you.
That's right. Oh, there are
Right.
many hands involved. I mean, they cross every T, dot every I. So there's lots of things. When they're lending money, they make sure everything is accurate and correct.
So you're going to buy a house, yay, and you're wondering what documents you might need to apply for a loan, for a house mortgage, a home mortgage. And there's a few, and we're going to talk about it today because most people sit around going, so where do I even start with this subject? It's not complicated. I'm sure when you start searching for your documents, you'll collect them easily into a little file that you can send your lender to start the process of getting pre-approved and then actually getting a loan. And I'm excited today because I have my friend Rebecca Pierce from New American Funding, the rock star lender, here to tell us both about getting a loan. Hey Rebecca, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me
Hey,
today.
here we are again. That's not snow behind you, you said. It looks all snowy, kind of white. That's not snow on the ground.
Not today. It was yesterday.
She's Rebecca's in the mountains of California, and I'm here in Sonoma County. So, I was looking out her window. I think that's white on the ground out there. She said no. Anyway, we've had snow here in Sonoma County, February 2023. Crazy. I have great pictures of it. Maybe I'll flash it on the screen right here. I don't know, but snow in Sonoma County, amazing, beautiful. Within 5 minutes of driving from here, you didn't have to go for an hour. So it's been really great. I'm envious. You're like, it's right out your door there in the eastern mountains, Sierras of California. No matter where you're living in California, if you're going to buy a house, you need some loan documents and some preparation, right? And we talk a lot about that on this channel because you can't get prepared enough to buy a house. You're going to guide us through the process of getting all those ducks lined up. So where do we start with this?
What you need to do to get started. Now, I will tell you, there's getting started. There's a few documents that we need, but as we move along the process, there's going to be more things that you need. So don't think you just got it all at the beginning, but this is where you start. So we need 1 month of pay stubs. So if you're a W-2 employee, we need 1 month. If you're a self-employed borrower, then we need 2-year tax returns. And on some programs like USDA, we need 3 years. So depend on what you're looking for, which situation is, we need to gather 2 or 3 months of those things. The next
Right.
thing we need are 2 or 3 years W-2s. Now, W-2, some people get confused with what that is. That's what comes from your employer each year. So we
Not the
need
W-4, but the W-2.
that's right. The W-2 that tells you how much you've earned for the whole year. And then we also need your bank statements or your 401k or your stocks, something that shows where your money is for your down payment and your closing cost. So we need those items. And then, of course, your driver's license to verify your full legal name. Those are the things you get started with. It's not very many, it's maybe 5 things that get you started. We actually go to the next point of getting you into underwriting. The underwriter may have a question saying, oh, can I know how much bonus you get, how much commissions you get, where would these large deposits come from? So there can be another round of that they say, okay, we need a little bit more information. Just know that's very common during the process. And then when you get in contract, it might be 30 days later, we need updated pay stubs. So it's
Right.
just a little stepping process as we go through.
Okay, so it's not a one-stop thing, a one-start thing. It's kind of gonna maybe need to be combed through a little bit by many hands, not just you.
That's right. Oh, there are
Right.
many hands involved. I mean, they cross every T, dot every I. So there's lots of things. When they're lending money, they make sure everything is accurate and correct.
Exactly. And so we talk about other things in our other videos, like don't change jobs, don't buy big products like cars and furniture, don't spend money on your credit cards and all these things. So halt, halt,
Mhm.
halt right now. Just get your documents. The best thing is to have them scanned in. Obviously, they can't hand them to you. So scan them in, put them in a pretty little folder on your computer screen and email them over, and you start the process, which you may request more of them
Yes. Yes.
and then more.
We have a secured document chassis basically, and it gives you a place that you can put your secured documents so you know that they're not just out floating in the world of the internet. So
Yeah, that's important because
it,
people are
it,
like,
it
I don't want to just email my,
that's
right?
right. I see.
So, okay. So do you send them a link or something where they're,
Yeah. Yes.
okay.
They can
All right.
actually apply online and it gives them immediate task. And those tasks have all these things that I just mentioned. And so they get to
Ah,
upload them right into that. Very easy to apply and then upload your documents.
so really the concept of getting it together in a file isn't to really get it to you, but they'll need to upload these items into this website
That's
or
the
this
most
link.
secure way. That they can absolutely email them to me. It's their choice
But
and
it's easy peasy to do the website thing.
absolutely
Just just get them all in some spot on your computer so you can pull them into your
right.
program.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's pretty easy to get going on the loan process, right?
Absolutely.
Any other warnings or things you tell people that they might want to brace for, or is this just the beginning and let's make it simple?
Yeah, it's like just go ahead and apply, get me those documents, and then I call you right back and let you know, okay,
Right.
this is where we are, and then I'll give you the next steps. I think that's super important. What
Yeah.
your next steps are, because there can be 3 or 4 different steps before you're really ready. And I will give you that. Most people just don't know where to start, so they don't ever start. I'm like, please just let me
I
get
know.
started with you. I'll help you
I
with credit.
know.
I'll help you with what to do with your bank account. I'll let you know, even on your taxes, maybe better ways to do it or things to watch for, deductions that you get when you own a home. There's lots of
Yeah.
information. I like educating people.
I know, and I've always appreciated that because it's kind of a Mount Everest to buy a house. You got to kind of climb the mountain, and but there's big steps along the way, and we're like your Sherpas that kind of get you up to the top where we hand you keys one day.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about it. I do my part, and Rebecca definitely, which Rebecca carries the biggest load here in the process. Actually, you and I are just going to go home for homes, and I'm going to get you through some paperwork and some thinking processes. But Rebecca's the money part, and she makes it really, really simple. So just get going and get your loan. If you like this video, help me out and give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. So we're good. Thanks for watching, and the next video is coming up right there.